we woke up this morning to see Trump threatening another further 50% retaliatory tariffs on China, which would take Chinese goods, 104%, more than double that what it has been, right? So this is likely to go on for a bit longer. We don't know how much longer, but likely a bit longer, and that could create even more, a worse scenario for everyone, including here in Singapore. And I mean, from the way I look at it, we're looking at probably a stagflationary issue where cost is high inflation, and stagnant economic growth means jobs and economic growth could be affected as well. So as a man on the ground, what should we do, or what could we do, to address these issues?
I think first and foremost, you got to get yourself away from the noise. It's just far too much noise in that space, both angry and some conciliatory. Right? I think you got to take a step forward, rather backward, and then look at what is available to me. What have I got today? I mean, as I've got $4,500 in my SkillsFuture that I could exponentially increase my skill sets, retrain either for a job change or give better service to whatever I'm doing today. I think that's a significant amount. Secondly, I think those incentives are not just, I would say, limited. I mean, today I can even go and do a full-time degree or diploma from an institution, for those of you who hadn't had the opportunity in the past.
And get paid.
And get paid on top of that. Yeah. I think, and quite a substantial amount, I believe, is $3,000 for 6 months or something along that line, if not more. So I think it's there. So now the question is, how do I go and leverage and capitalize on those things? It's something I would seriously look into it, because reskilling into industries that never existed 5 years ago, I think we can't have a conversation without AI being thrown into it. I think there's a lot one can do, and it's not focused just on one industry. It helps almost anyone in any industry.
And do you think this should be, applied to all Singaporeans? Because we have ascertained today that for the bottom 20%, actually wage growth has been growing faster. And in fact, there's a lot more assistance to them as well. So should this be something for, say, the middle income bracket, for people like us, middle age, probably a fear of losing our jobs in the next couple of years? Well, I lost mine last year, so, things like that, right? And again, I'm not sure how much a blue-collar worker who's working, say, 12-hour shift, maybe even 2 jobs, can take advantage of SkillsFuture. So maybe it's more for the PMATs, the likes of us, in the 30s and 40s, maybe at fear of losing our jobs to AI or whatever not in the next couple of years. Do you think that is where the SkillsFuture will make the biggest hit and impact?
Maybe it's time to relook at maybe what the 4,500 means to different parts of the population, maybe to try to tier it for different groups again, all right? And also, I guess, if there are people who want to do more to try to get that new job again or try to pivot, then maybe 4,500 is not the amount. You should get them more instead. But maybe you cap it at another amount instead. So it could be 4,500 for a basic tier, but I guess if you want to do more trainings, maybe it can go up, but maybe cap it at 7 or 8. So it gives people the opportunity, especially those who are in the PMATs, above 40, in the range where, if they lose a job, it's harder for them to actually come back again to get another job. Maybe that's where the most help is needed. And I guess on the question you asked, Raj, I guess for me then is, if I know what is coming out of the budget this year, all right, I try to track at least what's coming out every month in the year. Because I remember, I think CNA showed an infographic of like every month of the year, what are the different rebates, transfers you're getting, and then try to look forward and plan towards that. Excellent. And then account for it, right? So for example, in May, CDC vouchers, $500 per household, right? So I guess you look at it again to see, hey, actually in the month of May, this is what I'm getting, and then you plan accordingly, right? I guess that is fully utilizing what the budget is going to give you and not lose out on it. I mean, for one, I know I'm an NS man, I get NS man credits. Yeah. There's a deadline to it when you can use it by, so don't lose out on it, right? Because even though there is things that are given to you, make sure you don't forget to use it. Yeah. I mean, there was 1 year, I think I was given $300. I can't remember. I think it was an NS Excellence Award. And I spent $300 in the last week it's a total waste because you're spending because you don't want to lose out on it. But I know I could have done a lot better if I had just spaced out the expenditure and spent it on things I really wanted to spend on.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, things I really needed. Yes.